Yeah, now why is it that a divorcee can't get remarried to her husband unless going to somebody else? Give me the scientific of that.
You see, in Islam, divorce is allowed.
Right. Talaq for
Talaq. Talaq is divorce, you see. But now, so, Islam allows divorce. But the Holy Prophet Muhammad said that one thing that is lawful, but the most hateful in the sight of Allah is divorce. When a man divorces his wife, metaphorically, is that the heaven and the earth is shattered. Such a horrible thing. Now, to do that horrible thing, it needs to be, marriages take place here on earth, not in heaven. It's a contract, and it can be a mistake. And if you make mistake, no use of hacking away at each other, part nicely. So now Islam lays down a system of divorce. The system is, the Quran gives you Surah Talaq. Talaq means divorce. The whole chapter is on divorce. But now, we are not used to going to the Quran. They used to observe, and the guy says, well, 3 times talaq. The Quran says now the 3 times, now you with your wife, you can't simply get along together. Then it says, look, call your elders and call her elders. Your elders know your nakedness, all your bloody shortcomings. And her elders know her shortcomings. They can listen to both your stories. And your side can reprimand you, and the girl's side can say, man, where are you going to go with the sex of yours? It still doesn't work. It didn't work. So now, he said, you must part now. So he says, now you wait for her to be free from her menstrual period. Before you can say divorce. As soon as she is free, you say, one talaq. One talaq, one divorce, one decree, one fire, one shot of fire. Now you wait for a month. She stays in your house, she eats your food, but she doesn't sleep with you. She is an upright woman, and she hasn't got another guy on the stick. And sooner or later, you two both are young, you play the food back again, to bed. That thing is finished. But no, there's something more serious than that. So, next menstrual period. Now whether you pronounce or not. Second degree is pronounced. Whether you say it or not. Automatically now it takes 3 months for the divorce proceeding to be complete. That is what the Quran teaches. So that's the pregnancy phase. So 3 months time, the Quran said that if she is carrying within that period, she must tell the husband proceeding stops. That 3 days it stops. She says, I'm carrying. Now you wait for the child to be born. When the child is born, the man, you pick up the child, your baby. You're going to divorce her. She's going to go somewhere, running around with your little baby. You might relate. She chooses man in the marriage market, she hasn't got the same value with a little brat. Running around looking for her like this, everybody's prepared to go to bed with her. So, now both of you, that little child coming into life can change your attitude. Reconciliation. Still it doesn't work, then you part nicely. Now when you go through all that, you don't have to take her back. That means, now that means it's finished. She's your sister to you. She's your sister to you. Now if you want to marry her, remarry her, this is not plaything. That like eating peanuts, you say that talak, bring back and no, the samosa, the too bloody hot, talak. This is not something to play with, like every time, hey, I'll shoot you. So you don't do things like that. This is a serious matter. Like and that when you tell somebody, I'll shoot you. That moment when you see that revolver in my hand, how do you feel? Maybe I might just pull the bloody trigger, just joking, I can kill you. How do you feel? The old man has a shivering. So now every time you talk about talaq, you're putting a dagger through her heart. And now if you come back, you don't do that. So now, as a punishment for you, that woman must marry somebody else in the normal course of things, And if that man dies or if she is divorced, now you can take her back. It's not a joke. Once you have reached that stage, final 3 shots you fired and you kill her, she's finished for you, man. What do you want to go to bed with her again? So this is now to stop you from doing that. But the guys are bloody fools. They heard 3 talaqs, 3 divorce, so he says talaq, talaq, talaq. You're not supposed to do that. Follow the system. If you follow the system, it's very likely that you won't reach that stage of wanting to remarry her. Because once you have done 3 months, man, you had that time, she had that time, and all these opportunities are given to you, you would have made up. But you didn't, then no, you don't deserve to marry her. You don't deserve her, she doesn't deserve you. Now she can marry somebody else. So this is trying to say,
be serious before you decide.
Stick in the hand and say, look, man, your wife will have to sleep with somebody else before you take her back. You must think, man, before you part with her.
Yeah.
Huh? You want somebody else to purify her for you? Why she is, I think it, that nobody has, she hasn't opened her trousers to anybody. And now you bastard, you're going to make somebody else, her to go open to somebody else to make it valid for you? Huh? No, man. So I must think twice. The easiest thing in the world for me is to divorce my wife. I just say to her, and she'll accept it. There's no for the restitution of conjugal right that she can go to court and say, now I want to have this license. But once I say talaq, 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 it's not right. I'm not supposed to fire 3 shots, but I did it, I killed you. Finish. So she accepted and the whole community accepts it. You did it once, you after the whole 5, finish. But you follow the system. But now, nobody really knows the system. That's the problem with the Muslims. We haven't written.
Then why don't you educate your community? Start at home.
You see, I'm the only guy who's talking. I talk. And I tell you, I say, look, this thing happened like this. This is not right, man. This is what Islam teaches. But I understood as a young boy that anytime when I get married, if I want to get married, I say, talaq, talaq, talaq. And in my society there in India, I used to hear the guys say, talaq, 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 talaq. And in my town, in one day, 3 divorces took place. 3 divorces. What happened?
What village are you from?
Tatkeshwar.
Yeah, right. Targeshwar.
Tatkeshwar. Tatkeshwar is the Hindu way of Tatkeshwar. So, like you get married now, but you married in exchange. The other guy's sister married you and your sister married that. And now your wife was giving you trouble. You can come out, so you said, talaq, talaq, talaq. What? Finish. You told her house, so she goes cry to your mother's house. Your brother is gone. He divorced my wife. Why? A sister? Right. That guy's sister. His mother sister. Talaq, 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 talaq. But there were 2 sisters. This guy's 2 sisters there. The other brother comes out, Pastor, he didn't tell us. 3 divorces in one day. In one family. So, I said, now, did a Maulvi speak about this subject? No. He's not speaking about this at all. Why? So I tell you, I said, the right time to talk this, what I'm talking about, is on the occasion of marriage. No marriage taking place, a little talk before this thing. This subject should be spoken there, then. I said, you see, in Islam allows you talaq. But now, these are the conditions of talaq. This is what Allah laid down for you. In everything else, Islamic, how to pray. The Quran says, look at the Prophet. The way he leads you. Fasting, how? Look at the Prophet. Hajj, look at the Prophet. Divorce. He doesn't say this is the only subject in the Quran which is dealt with comprehensively. Because Allah wouldn't allow His Prophet to divorce his wife to set as an example, our mother, because the wife of the Prophet is our mother. So he must divorce our mother to give us an example how to divorce. No. So he goes and spells it out for you. That's the only topic in the Quran which is dealt with comprehensively.
And the whole surah
is talaq. But nobody knows it. Nobody knows it. So now, the right time is when you're getting married. I must tell you, I said, look, you see...
Well, you speak at weddings, don't you?
No, then I give you some call for. See, at the wedding night, as soon as I speak about that,
Everybody, they look at this.
the bride's father and the family, they think I'm suggesting something to you. That you see, my son, you know, you got a chance of, you know, I'm doing that to you. So it's not in good taste. But that's the right time to warn you. Don't do silly bloody things, you know. But you see, if you want to, then, but in other words, I'm giving you ideas. So that guy doesn't like it. So, and it's the nice things, aren't you? And it's the nice things, but that is the right time. Which we should talk to the people, let them know. Because when else can you? At a funeral, you want to talk about this? No. When you talk, at Maulud, you want to talk about this? No. When you're going to talk about this? So the subject is never discussed. But the right time is marriage. I must not show all the pros and cons. All this, my son, is to be on guard. But now somebody is feeling hypersensitive, I'm giving you suggestions. My daughter is getting it, and the bastard is telling you that, you know, you can divorce her and all that. So that guy also, he keeps his mouth shut. But individually, the Muslim is supposed to know. And he doesn't know. Our drawback, the Muslim is, he doesn't know his book. The Christian, whatever, he knows his book. Right or wrong, but he knows his book. We don't know our book. We are only living by what we heard.
You saw this article I did of Army Correspondence College.
I'll go through it.
Well, that's one of the avenues you should use.
Yes,
you know, to teach the Islam
yes, the next
doctrine.
study course, open the door to knowledge, Islamic Christmas College.
You know this, right?
Yeah, Muhammad, yeah. No, I'm going to start a course, I think, every Saturday morning. Every Saturday morning in Ramadan, I have a 2-hour course. An intensive course in comparative religion. Free of charge. 2 hours.
At your cinema?
No. Yeah. No, I want only 30 students. I just did the course in Cape Town. I call it a combat kit.
Oh yeah, right, like the book.
So now, I said, I want you to do the exercise. Just like me talking to you, all what I spoke to you just now. I said, well, it's very interesting. You know, this thing, suppose I was interviewing the guy on TV. You know, this could be a lovely program. You know, and enlightening the guy and entertaining. My thoughts are also entertaining as well as enlightening. I'm educating you, at the same time I'm entertaining you. And everybody relishes it. Whatever I talk, even nonsense. If I talk, you seem to say, right, Uncle, sit down here, you're getting entertained. So I did a course in Gatesville, in Cape Town. I went to a wedding last week I was there. And I said, I'm getting an idea. 2-hour course. Every Saturday morning, you can also come and take for 2 hours.
Right.
Just 2 hours.
Well, I keep all my fast, sir.
So,
I fast every Ramzan.
Yes, sir.
Because you see, nobody wakes up when my mother for Siri in the morning. So I fast with her. Every year.
Lovely. You see, but now we say, the fasting you have done, you have gone through the mill, but intention is the thing that is acceptable in the sight of God. Your intention. You've gone through the process, you paid the price, but you didn't have the intention of paying for the ticket. You just you threw that money away. You can't get entry into heaven. You must say, right, I do it for this, but I get changed, accept it. You know, so in view of this. That means the intention is to fast. Because God wants me to fast. Why does He want you to fast? The Quran says, the fasting is prescribed for you, as well as those before you, that ye may learn self-restraint. That's the purpose of fasting.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That you
For
learn
discipline.
So now you're thirsty, man. You're thirsty. And there's cool, refreshing water in the fridge, or Coke.
Yeah.
I won't touch it. The throat is gone dry. No, I vowed. You can see with your direction. She's happy. You are happy. You know? Alhamdulillah, because I'm fasting. Now what's doing that? You can control yourself against what is lawful. your own wife. She's happy to entertain you. But he said, no, I shan't touch it. You are thirsty, the water is there. The cook is there. But he said, no, I shan't touch it. So it makes it easy for you to restrain yourself from it. That's the discipline. The Muslim and you, we are marching, we lost our way, and we are thirsty. Both of us are thirsty, and they see a pool of water. You will go jump in for it. The Muslim, I don't know. He can still hold on because it's just, you see, I must verify whether the water is pure or this and that before I drink it. You will jump into it could be poison. So it's that discipline. That is the purpose of fasting. Nothing else. So he said, I do it for that reason. He just eats it because my mother doesn't do it. You get the benefit all right, but not the reward.